What's going on, crew? Welcome back to the show. If this is your first time here, you are watching The Maverick Conservative, where I actually give commentary on politics and react to pop culture and more. Today, we are going to be talking about Alejandro Mayorkas and this impeachment. But before we do, crew, you already know what to do. But if this is your first time here again, I'm going to ask if you could be ever so kind to drop a token in the tip cup by smashing that like button. Your support actually fuels the journey. Now, let's go ahead and get into the news. Okay, here we go. Before I actually get into the article and then some later footage, I actually want to take you guys back down memory lane real quick so you can see just how important this is, because it wasn't too long ago where you could actually see that the writing was on the wall and some actions were about to come down. So let's go ahead and roll it.
He has abused his oath. He's abused his oath of office. He is the first secretary that's actually directed his men and women in law enforcement to not enforce their statutory law enforcement mission to secure our borders. Everything he just said, that's what he's saying to himself. This is unbelievable. He wants to.
So this was after he had given himself an A for when Congress had asked him if he could rate himself on the job he was doing actually securing the border. So that's what this brother right here is upset about.
Like he's taking care of these migrants. Grant, there have been more dead migrants under his watch, more migrants thrust into life of trafficking, more migrants that have suffered unimaginable tragedies under his care than any other time in our history.
You know, forget about impeachment. Maybe he should be criminally charged.
I think there's a case to be made, Grant. And I don't say that lightly. I spent 20 years in the FBI. He's on the verge of that, in my opinion. I honestly believe we should have a hearing to take a look into whether there's criminal behavior and accountability on the behalf of Secretary Mayorkas.
So, all right, crew. So we just got finished looking at that. So this brother is in trouble. And boom, wouldn't you know it? Here we are. Today, they have actually released articles of impeachment. Let's get into the article. House Republicans unveil Mayorkas impeachment articles. The House Homeland Security Committee will vote on the resolution Tuesday, setting up a vote on the House floor as soon as next week. This brother is in trouble. All right. House Republicans unveil articles of impeachment against Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas on Sunday, accusing him of breach of trust and willful and systemic refusal to comply with the law. The release of the impeachment resolution comes ahead of Tuesday's vote in the Homeland Security Committee, led by Representative Mark Green, Republican out of Tennessee, where Republicans are expected to advance the effort along party lines. So they're trying to say this is a party line thing. So I guess apparently the Democrats feel like he's actually doing a good idea. You heard that brother before. I don't know his name. You guys write it down in the comment section for me so I can get educated. I truly believe that he's actually following orders. Because if you remember, one of the first things that Biden did when he got into office is he shut down the Trump policy as far as the Remain in Mexico and lift open the gates, were wide open for the illegal immigrants to just come on through. So if this is the person that's actually in control of Homeland Security, he's doing a horrible job. There's only two things that could be happening here. Either he is either willfully ignorant, which means he's incompetent, or he's following orders. It's one of the two. Either way, impeachment is the next step. But crew, you know how we do. You know I got footage. Roll it.
And we're back with breaking news from Capitol Hill. House Republicans have just unveiled 2 articles of impeachment they're bringing against Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas. The first is focused on what they call a willful and systemic refusal to comply with the law. The second is focused on what they're alleging is a breach of public trust. The reason? Republicans disagree with how the secretary is handling the humanitarian crisis at the southern border.
He's not handling it very well at all now, is he?
In response, the Department of Homeland Security released this statement, quote, "This farce of an impeachment is a distraction from other vital national security priorities and the work Congress should be doing to actually fix our broken immigration laws." Republicans don't want to fix the problem. They want to campaign on it.
All right, crew, you just got finished taking a look at that. Clearly, that reporter has no idea what she's talking about when she says that the Republicans don't want to fix the law. They just want to campaign on it. Actually, there's nothing to actually fix. We already have immigration laws. All they have to do is enforce the laws that are already on the books. And then the immigration problem, I'm not going to say it would be solved completely, but if we take it back to the Trump era policies of just a few years ago, you will see a significant decline in the amount of suffering and the amount of pain and trafficking that's happening on our southern border. Right? All of this is unnecessary. All he had to do, and I'm saying President Biden, all he had to do was keep the Remain in Mexico policy going. We would have finished off the wall, and none of this stuff will be happening at the level that is happening right now. I believe this is a plot or a plan to have this done on purpose. But you know what? Let's get into some of these comments and see what they're saying around the web. One commenter says, good, this admin is incompetent, ignorant, and dishonest. Time to clean house. You guys let me know what you think in the comments if you agree with that comment or not. Next commenter says, vote them all out. We need leaders who use the majority that moved our country forward, not using their power for political gotcha moments. I left the GOP years ago and others are following quickly. The entire party is collapsing and it can't happen fast enough. To date, there have been way more, massive amounts more people who have left the Democratic Party to come over to the Republican Party. So I really don't have any idea what she's talking about, but it's good comedy, yo. Good comedy. You guys go ahead and write your comments down in the comment section. I want to know if you agree with her or not. Okay, next commenter says, protecting the states is a job so important that it was not given to any single authority, like protecting the children, wherein all family members are made attentive. The Constitution demands that all officials swear an oath to protect the states from invasion. It simply must be done. I actually agree. Get this man out of office. He don't know what the hell he's doing. Go and impeach that brother. Go and impeach that brother. Let me know if you agree with me in the comments. Next commenter says, only a fool would think we are better off now than we were 4.5 years ago. Ouch. He is right. Guys, the Biden administration is failing. They get a big fat F from me. But who am I? I'm just a guy on YouTube. All right, crew, that's all I got for this segment. If you enjoyed this type of content and you want to see more content like it, make sure you like this video. Make sure you comment on this video. Most importantly, make sure you share this video. It's the only way I know we can force YouTube's algorithm to push this type of content out to other like-minded individuals. So until I see you on the next few videos, I am gone.